Hey guys! So, as promised, on my channel, one of the things that I wanted to focus on was body positivity. So, this video I'm going to try to keep it brief because this is going to be part of a series. But some of the things that I want to focus on is how to make. I think that a lot of people look at fat as a four-letter word, and it's not a four-letter word. And I think that if we take away that power, in other words, accept it. I'm fat. I'm fat. It's okay. I understand. I'm not skinny. I'm not thin. I'm curvy. I'm fat. Fat is not a four-letter word. It is something that is on you. This here, right here, is fat. There's fat on my stomach. Someone that is 90 pounds can have fat on their body, a specific percentage of it. So when someone calls you fat, fine, I'm fat. I have fat. I have body fat. Take away the power of that word, because I think that that is one of the things that makes it, that gives that word power, the power to hurt people, the power to bring someone down, the power to kill someone. I mean, because people have killed themselves over body image. I think probably that would probably be a big factor for someone not feeling loved or accepted in society because of their body or because of something about them. And I think that body image has a lot to do with that. So fat is a very powerful word, and I think by accepting it and saying, this word is me and that's okay and I'm completely okay with it, that takes away the power. So, it's not a four-letter word, and I kind of wanted to come up with four ways to combat it. Okay. The first thing, what I just talked about, is take away the power of the word FAT. It is not a bad word. It is a word that you can accept. I'm not saying that everyone needs to accept it as their term. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. These are just simply my opinion, my suggestions, something that I'm trying to follow for myself. Take away the power of the word fat. That would be number one. Number two is realizing that when a lot of other people are fat shaming other people by saying, to a stranger, say in a grocery store, wow, look at that woman in the bakery. She really shouldn't be eating that. So you're going to justify that by saying that it's about her health. But unless you are a physician who has viewed her entire blood work profile and done an exam on her, how would you know that it has anything to do with her health? Because someone that is considered overweight by insurance standards, or by standards set forth by the American Medical Association, may still be healthy. In other words, no diabetes, no high cholesterol, nothing like that. And please keep in mind that someone that is thin and underneath those overweight standards, those charts that doctors go by, even BMI, can have diabetes and high cholesterol and those types of things, and can be unhealthy. So it doesn't always have to do with your actual size. Um, the third thing. So again, number two would be, it's not about health. It's not always about health, and get that out of your head. So if you are fat shaming someone, and believe me, people that are overweight will fat shame someone else who's maybe more overweight than them, or who's also overweight, or maybe you've lost weight, but so now that you lost weight, you're above it all and you're going to fat shame someone. Totally inappropriate, in my opinion, and not the way to win the war to take care of the bigger picture of body positivity. So no fat shaming, and don't say that it's about that person's health, because you don't know anything about their health. So I think that a lot of times whenever someone is pointing the finger at someone else, and saying that person's fat, they have insecurities themselves, for sure. And no one's perfect. I'm certainly not saying that I'm perfect about this. I'm certainly not saying that I've never said a bad word about someone, or that I've never called myself a negative name. It took me a long time to get to this point where I feel good about myself, and I know ways to make myself feel better. I'm just trying to share some of this with other people to help. And that basically comes to my third point, which is love your friends who have body issues. So in other words, if you have a friend that maybe says a negative thing about themselves, and I'm going to say herself or himself because I want to make a big point. It's not only women that have body issues, men have body issues too. I think that that is something that a lot of people don't really think about. They think that men can be overweight and be completely fine with it. Well, that's not the case. I think that there are a lot of men out there that do have body issues and do have negative self talk, and do fat shame themselves and feel bad about themselves. And there's women that do it too, and there's children that do it, and there's older people. I mean, I think it runs the gamut. It's anyone. One of the scariest thing is when it is with younger people, when it is with adolescent kids feeling bad about their body, because that could be something that they carry with them through some pretty crucial years in when they're forming their personalities. If someone is not really confident about themselves, it's going to affect them as far as school performance, and it's going to affect them as far as friends and activities. It's going to affect them as far as getting, moving ahead academically. It's going to affect them job wise. If they have low self esteem, if they feel bad about themselves, if they don't have confidence in themselves and they're not giving themselves 100% chance because they don't think that they are 100% good. They think that only 40% of them is good because they've been called fat all their life, and they've, called themselves fat. So, if you have friends, if you have family, if you have loved ones, don't fat shame them. Support them, help them, don't get on their back. If they are okay with who they are, embrace that. Love that about them. Because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If you get on someone's back and make them feel bad about how they look, or, by claiming it's about their health, and you're constantly on their back, as soon as your head's turned, you're going to eat a ho-ho. As soon as that person's head's turned, the person who you're giving the negative self-talk to, they're going to do something self-destructive because they don't feel good about themselves because they're constantly hearing how bad they are. So again, that third thing is, love your friends and family members who have body issues. The last thing, the fourth point, is love your own body. I don't care if you are under that standard. And that's the thing. This series that I'm doing about body positivity, it's not just for people that are fat. It's not just for people that are curvy or plus size or 10% over that BMI or below that BMI. It's for anyone, because everyone at some point in their life didn't like their body. Maybe there's someone out there that loved their body every day of their life, and bravo to them. That's great. I certainly haven't. And I've run the gamut from being, under that BMI point, being normal sized to being as I am, which is plus size. I'm a size 18. I have a very curvy body. I don't love every part of my body, but I love myself. And I love most parts of my body, and I work every day to love the rest of my body and to love myself. And if I love myself, then I can get myself where I want to be. So, in other words, I love myself. Because I love myself, I am working actively on eating healthy. That doesn't mean that once in a while I'm not going to eat something like a cheeseburger or a grilled cheese or some mac and cheese. Cheese seems to be a big theme here, but or bread or whatever the case may be. You can't only eat vegetables, maybe you can some days. Some days I have. And I'm certainly not going to kick myself for eating a piece of chocolate once in a while. I need to love myself in order to make myself eventually get healthy. So that is basically what I'm talking about. Fat is not a 3-letter word. Spread the word. Share this with your friends. Subscribe to this video, to my channel, because I plan on doing more body positive stuff. If you have friends that you'd like to share this with, please share. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave some feedback. If I said something that bothered you, or that you don't agree with, or maybe something that you would like to have facts about, leave a comment below. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions or help you. If you have other questions or things that you'd like me to do these body positive videos on, let me know. I'll do it. I'll do whatever I can. Take care. Love you. Bye. Oh, and love yourself. Bye.